All right, now we should be good. Now you guys should hear me way better off the mic instead of off the computer mic, 'cause I'm gonna be walking back and forth. So I didn't want that to break up. So if you're watching this for the first time, I just did a quick little live, and I forgot the mic up. So we're gonna do some listings tonight. We got some shorts and some pants that I picked up, most of which came in wholesale. So I got a bunch of those to list tonight. So I don't know how many listings I'm going to do. I probably won't stay up too late because I got to kind of wake up early tomorrow for vacation. So I'll probably do like 5 at least. What's up, Natalie? Welcome in. Do at least 5, hang out with you guys, answer some questions, because the rest of this week I probably won't be able to do these live. So I figured get one done on Monday night. Plus, to be honest, I haven't listed anything today. I need to. So as soon as I'm done with this live, I'm probably going to put 10 listings live, and then I'm probably going to schedule out 10 for tomorrow, and I'll probably do 10 through the rest of this week. So at least we have some going live while we're on vacay, keeping the algorithm going. I have to make sure I put my store on vacation mode too, right after this live too, so I don't forget to do that, because that would suck if I sold some stuff and I have to ship it. So actually, let me do that right now. Let me put at least eBay on vacation mode really quick, because if I don't do it right now, I'll probably forget. And I kind of forget where vacation mode is. So let me go into my settings and turn on vacation mode. Boom, boom, boom. What's up? I appreciate you, Natalie. What's up, Juliet? Welcome in. All right, let me see. Vacation mode should be time away. There it is. Under selling, time away, edit, time away. Start date is going to be tomorrow. End date is going to be probably Thursday. I'll probably put Friday just in case we come back a little bit late. Allow sales for up to 15 days while you're away. Yep, going to do that. 12 a.m., 11:30 p.m. Cool. That works for me. All right, scheduled my time away, so we're good to go. Oh, can I screen share? Yeah. Here. So you just go to eBay. I'll walk you through the steps really quick again. You click on my eBay, and then you go over to account, and then you go down to time away, which is right here, selling, under selling, and then you schedule your time away. So you can edit it, or if you don't have anything there, you'll just put in the dates, select the calendar date, select the time, and then select when you get back. That's what I did right there. And then you accept it. That one's good to go. And then I'll do Posh and Mercari and Depop in the morning. As soon as we leave in the morning, I'll schedule that time away, because on those platforms you can't make any sales when you're on time away. So I want to keep them up at least until the morning time, and as soon as the morning hits, I'll go through and put in time away mode, so that way we don't make any sales on those platforms. Technically we could, because we'll be back. Maybe I'll just leave them open, because we'll be back on Thursday, which means if I make a sale on Tuesday or Wednesday, those platforms you don't have to ship within one day, so I'll probably just leave those open and then make some more sales. So how many things do you sell a day? Right now it's super duper slow. It's summer slowdown. If you caught me in the beginning of the year, I'd have probably told you somewhere around 15 to 20 items a day. Right now it's probably closer to 10, and this last like 2 weeks has been super slow on sales. If you just count in eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, if you count in my whatnot sales, like this last weekend we sold, I think it was 100 and, hold on, I can see really quick. I think it was like 115 items that we sold on whatnot. So if you add those in, it skews my numbers completely. Let me see really quick. Shipping, we sold a total of 131 items minus, that's like 10 giveaways, so 121 items is what we sold on whatnot over the weekend. So yeah, it skews my numbers completely. As we get closer to Christmas time, those numbers are going to get even more skewed based off whatnot sales, because we'll probably be doing 2 to 3 shows a week, selling 100 to 150 items a show. So that's 300 to 450 items in 1 week that we move during heavy whatnot season. So, but if you're just talking about eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, the standalone platforms where you list and you wait for items to sell, those specifically, we sell on average throughout the year probably 15 items a day. But right now, like I said, summer slowdown is catching up with everybody, including ourselves. Again, I haven't been listing consistently, so that kind of plays a role. plays a role in that. So yeah, you say a lot better than me. I always say this: don't compare yourself to others, because we're doing this full time. You might not be doing this full time, so you don't have as much time during the day to list as we do. So always don't compare yourself to others, because you probably are doing good for the time that you have to get some listings done. All right, let's switch this over. Tonight's going to be a lot of, let me make sure the setup, yeah. Tonight's going to be a lot of Polo Ralph Lauren pants and shorts. I got a bunch of these in a wholesale deal. All these delivered right to my door. I think pants and shorts I pay like $6 a piece for. Again, that's with shipping cost, delivered right to my door, which is great because I love listing the pants and shorts. If you saw my morning live this morning, you saw how I shipped out a pair of pants, sold for $24.99. These are very sneaky little kind of bread and butter bolos that everybody can pick up if they go thrifting. Grab these super cheap and you can sell them pretty quick. Just common everyday Polo Ralph Lauren shorts and pants. I did wash all these because they came from like a rag house. So I like to give these a little wash. They are still a little wrinkly. Even though I just dried them, they're still a little wrinkly, but they'll do for the photos. So feel free to hang out, ask some questions. How do you like your lights? The lights, I like them, although I think I might switch back to a light box setup. There's one that I saw, I talked about it this morning on my live. There's one that I saw that fits on a desk. It's like my big light box, but it fits on a desk. And I really, really like how the light boxes make the items look. So I think I might switch back, but I won't do that until we move. We officially move. Let me adjust these lights really quick. We just set the table up a little bit ago because it was out in the garage for the Weekend Whatnot show. So now we just got to set up the lights, get everything back to normal. What's up, Dora? Welcome in. Appreciate everybody hopping in today. All right, let's get it. Photos on shorts. Love taking photos of shorts. They're super easy to list. You're just gonna do full front. You're gonna do your tag photos. These until I'm going to do the measurement photos really quick on these shorts before I open them up and take the second tag photo. But shorts, if I could list 100 pairs of shorts a day, I would, because they're so easy to list with this setup. Super duper easy. All right, those are photoed. Now I just have to take the interior tag photo. Oh, this one doesn't have the tag photo that shows what it's made out of. That's okay. I'll take a photo of this inside pocket right here because it does say it's stretch cotton, so people know that these are cotton shorts. And then all I have to do is take a photo of the back pocket. Make sure this button's all the way through. Back pocket, and then I'm going to come up close and take a photo of the little pony logo, and then those shorts are done. Listing number 1 complete. And these I'll probably list tonight because I've been selling Polo Ralph Lauren shorts and pants very, very well over the last couple weeks. I really want to get these listed ASAP. Those I'll do next. Next pair is a good pair. What's up, Jay Boogie? Appreciate you hopping in. Took your advice and I posted my Meta Glasses estate sale video today on YouTube and TikTok. Let's go. I like that. I didn't post my Bolo video from today on TikTok, and the reason being is the last couple Bolo videos I've done actually have like kind of tanked on TikTok, and I'd rather people go to Facebook and YouTube to watch those anyway, both because more people see them and they get pushed in the algorithm, and then 2, you're monetized more on Facebook and TikTok than you are, or Facebook and YouTube rather than TikTok. So I don't think I'm going to post my long form to TikTok anymore. I tried it. Doesn't really work. There's not a lot of people that are scrolling on TikTok for long form. So if you want to watch my videos and for whatever reason you watch long form on TikTok, go watch it on Facebook and YouTube, because that's where I'll be posting those videos from now on. These are good. These are Polo Ralph Lauren like jeans, but they're a pair of plaid jeans. Again, I bought these wholesale from some of the people that were on listed, by the way. They had a bunch of these lots. And not a lot of people bought them, so they just messaged me again and was like, hey, you want some more of these lots? I said, yep, I'll take them. So Polo Ralph Lauren jeans, these are a plaid. These will do really, really well. – These are that nice like polo plaid that they're known for. and I'll take some photos of these and get them listed. Easy peasy. Again, pants and jeans, they're so easy to list. If you're skipping over this section in the thrift store, you shouldn't be, because super easy to photo. Let me get this. There's a little strand right here I want to cut off. Just clip it. It's like stuck on there. There we go. I got it to loosen up. There we go. Now it looks beautiful. All right, this is my cover photo for these. Although they did just come out of the dryer, they are still a little wrinkly, so I'm gonna try to make them look least wrinkly as I possibly can. By the way, if you're watching this too, you didn't see, I put out my another bolo video out on YouTube and Facebook, so go check it out. That video was posted earlier today. It's doing really, really well already, so I appreciate everybody who went over and already gave it a nice watch. But if you haven't already, it's a jean bolo video. So if you're looking for jean brands to look out for, it's a really good list. I tried to include a bunch of brands that nobody's heard of before to that list that sell really, really well. I love doing those videos too because I learn a ton while I make those videos. A lot of those brands I've never heard of myself, but I did a little eBay research and figured out that those brands sell well. So go check it out if you haven't seen it already. 16, and I need like a table or something next to me. I just don't know like how these are all wrinkled. These are like skinny jeans. Super skinny fit. All right, let me take the full front, and then I'll get that measurement photo of the inseam. And I started taking rise measurements. I wasn't for like a couple days there, but I think it's smart to just take rise measurement and cuff measurements. So that's what I'm gonna do down here, especially on these, because these are skinny jeans. So people probably wanna see like what the cuff measures. And then the rise. Boom. And then I just gotta do the full back, and then we're done with these. This has like a fluff on the back. Oh, this has a hole. No way. I missed that hole. Oh man, that sucks. I'm gonna photo that. I'll probably try to stitch it because this is a good pair of jeans. So I'll probably have Kayla stitch it, or I'll send it over to Mom and have her stitch it. Can't believe I missed that hole in the back. Thought that was just like a little strand. Technically, I could still sell them like this, but I don't want anybody getting them and being upset, so I'll just get that patched up and fixed. All right, there we go. What's up, Amy? What's up, everybody? Welcome in. What's the best page to wholesale? Like best page to wholesale? I have my own wholesale site. It's called listit.net, lystit.net. Both, I just put in the chat, both we post lots there for sale, and then other sellers within the community post their lots for sale as well. So if you want to go see a bunch, there's like 160 different lots available right now. Pre-owned and new clothing, brand new tag Polo Ralph Lauren, brand new tag Cuts clothing. There's mixed women's, mixed men's lots all available for sale. So just go over to listit.net, create an account, and then you can scroll through and see what's available. Got to put that late night energy in good use. Doing the same. There you go. Yeah, I always list at night. This is like the best time to list. Chill out, list. Usually I throw like on a podcast, but hanging out with you guys, getting some listings done. Always suggest do work at night, especially because we have kiddos. I know most of you in chat probably have kiddos too. And with the kiddos up, this is like the only time you can get like a good amount of work done. It's after they go to bed or after they're nice and settled down. Probably not gonna do all pants. I might switch. I do have some Ralph Lauren shirts. These are really wrinkly too. Even though it's weird. They just came out of the dryer and they're still like super duper wrinkly. That's okay. They're pants. They don't gotta look beautiful. All right. One thing I'll always say is make sure you always button the back pocket on these. So that way you don't get people asking questions like, hey, is it missing the back button? I forgot to button it a couple times. I always get those messages. Hey, I want to buy these pants, but I just want to make sure the back button exists. So Make sure you button that back pocket button. All right, that one's good. Nice little cover photo, close up of the logo. And we're gonna flip this inside out, show that tag photo, and there should be another tag photo down in here that shows the size. These are a good size too. These are men's 42 by 30. I'm gonna show my fingers a little bit in here because it's a little wrinkly. And then take the waist measurement photo. Make sure we zip up the pants. Waist measurement. Oops. Inseam measurement, rise measurement, cuff measurement. Again, I'm adding a couple extra measurements I wasn't doing last week because I figured might as well. It only takes a couple extra seconds to throw these measurements in. I'm actually gonna pull this up a little bit. Okay. All my measurement photos, and then I just need my full front and my full back. Again, I wish these were a little less wrinkly, but oh well, they'll work. Boom. And then throw that down. Let me button that back pocket. Again, I don't want anybody messaging and asking if there's a button. If there is a button, so it only takes a couple seconds to button that back pocket. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Much easier with that tool to get that back button in there. All right. Cool, that one's done. So that's technically number 2, since I probably won't list those Lauren, or those Polo Ralph Lauren tartan plaid pants, since they have a small hole in them. All right, these are like an older vintage style because they have the pleats, and even though they're pleated, they'll still sell. They won't sell probably as fast as a non-pleated pair, but they'll still sell. I get these wholesale pretty cheap, so I kind of get stuck with whatever they have wholesale. So sometimes I get stuck with a couple of these pleated pants, but usually I don't get too many of them. There we go. These are definitely old school pants. They got the old school logo on the back. Let's see, this one. Made in the Dominican Republic. Definitely an older pair. It even has the old paper tag on the inside too. But these are a little sought after because of how old they are. Nice vintage piece. All right, let's take these measurement photos. That one. Sure, I take these because these could also have been altered, so it is very smart to take your measurement photos on this one. Always do your measurements on your pants and jeans and things. I just need that rise measurement. Okay, easy peasy. Check for money. They went through the wash, so if there was any money, they probably would have came out in the wash. Try to straighten these out a little bit. I'm surprised these came out so wrinkly when they just came out of the wash. I guess I did run a big batch of these, so might have been too much for the washer to or the dryer to get nice and straight. Usually when I wash and dry these come out nice and crispy. Nice and crispy. All right, those are done. Easy peasy. These are not Polo Ralph Lauren. These I actually bought at Red, White, and Blue, I think. These are good though. Ariat men's pants. I got a question in the chat. If I want to start some of YouTube or social media for reselling, would you suggest long form YouTube, shorts, or simple Instagram posts? It depends on what you want to grow. Got my button tool. It's a game changer. It is. Depends on what you want to grow. What platform do you want to grow? If you want to grow all the platforms, I would suggest probably focusing on one first. Just like I would say when you're growing, like a store, you don't want to be on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop when you first start. You want to learn eBay first, then venture on to Mercari, then venture on to the Poshmark. So my first dive into social media was actually Instagram. I posted like a couple sale posts. I was very sporadic with my posts. I'd post 1 week, one time, and then I wouldn't post again for like 3 months. And I just post like random sale posts that I had. And then when I started taking social seriously was when I started posting to TikTok. After I quit my job, started posting to TikTok. And that's when I started going live on TikTok, and I grew my TikTok page and didn't focus on any other platforms. And then as I was growing TikTok, I started posting a little bit on YouTube, but again, very sporadic. Didn't really see a lot of growth because I wasn't consistent with it. And then I started posting all the same content that I put on TikTok over on Instagram and Facebook. And as soon as I started doing that, Instagram started gaining traction, but Facebook really took off. And then within like 6 months, I actually had a bigger following on Facebook than I did on TikTok, and I had been posting on TikTok for like a year and a half. So I would say post on one platform first. Determine what you want. I will say it's much easier to create short form content than it is to create long form content. The strategy with short form content is quick. You have to introduce the video and the concept very, very fast. Walking into a thrift store, you're basically walking in and going, hey, today I found a $100 item in the thrift store. Watch and wait until you see what I found. Something like that, like a little pitch in the beginning that hooks the person, or like a snarky hook, like most of you drove to work today to a job you hated, but this is what I get to do. I get to go to Goodwill and shop for items, like something like that that gets the person hooked, and then go through and show clip after clip after clip, but be very fast. That's what most people miss with short form, is they don't understand. It's not about like me talking like this on short form would never work. But if I inserted a clip of me saying, hey guys, I just had a $100 sale over on eBay, and then immediately went over to the shot where I was at the thrift store and I grabbed the item, that constant mix of clips is what keeps people engaged. So yeah, I'll say short form is easier. Probably start with short form, and I would suggest starting with Facebook first and then moving over to other platforms. Once you start getting the hang of Facebook, it's much easier to just take that same content, save it into your phone, and then slowly start posting on other pages too, and then slowly growing those. But there's a lot of people that are very successful only posting to one platform, being big on one platform. But I will say personally, through an experience that one of my friends is currently having right now, platforms can get taken away from you like that. You can grow your platform to a huge number, and then that platform, just an algorithm picks it up and bans you. And then there goes all of you are not only following, but sources of incomes and things like that. So I would highly suggest putting yourself on multiple platforms as soon as you're able to, as soon as you feel comfortable with it. Because if TikTok went away today, I'm still good. I got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I can create a new TikTok and grow it while I'm still growing those others. But if I was only on Facebook right now or only on TikTok and they took that away from me, like they took away my live from TikTok, it could potentially like ruin my whole social media. I'd have to restart from scratch, and nobody wants to do that. Rise is the right above the button, very top of the pair of pants. This is your rise measurement. You got right here to right there. That's your rise. You have a front rise, and you could potentially do the back rise too. It's the same thing. This just shows how long you have to fit those cheeks in the back. That's the back rise, but I don't put the back rise anymore. I just do a front rise, inseam, cuff measurement, and waist measurement. Waist measurement is your most important measurement out of all of them. These are really good. I picked these up at Red, White, and Blue. I think these were $8.99. These are Ariat rebar jeans, but they also have they have knee pads in them, which I've never found these before with knee pads. So that was a pretty cool little find. I don't even know what these go for. I didn't even look up comps. I just threw them in my cart. I was like, I know for a fact these are good. I'm not even gonna look them up. But Ariat rebar jeans, good jeans to look for. I'm sure you guys know the brand Ariat. It's a good one. But these being the ones with the knee pads, even better. They did go through the wash. That means Kayla found like a small stain or something on them, so we had to wash them. But either way, even if these had stains or flaws, they would still sell because they're Ariats. Unfortunately, I can't fold these how I like to fold them because of the knee pads. That kind of sucks. Can't fold them to make them look pretty. Oh well, it's just gonna have, the cover photo is gonna have to look a little odd on these. I can't even get them to like stretch out either. Amy says, iron those. Get those iron, boy. What are you doing? That's gonna be about how good these are gonna look for the cover photo. Just like that. Cover photo. These have a little tag down here too, so I'm gonna make sure I put that in there. D30. I'm definitely gonna have to look these up because I have never found a pair of Ariats like this. And they're a good size. They're 42 by 32. I can't believe I went to Red, White, and Blue, and there was a couple people there, a couple resellers, and these were just sitting on a new rack, and nobody grabbed them. They went and looked at everything, and they didn't grab anything off the rack. And I found this. I think I found another pretty good item, all on the same rack. Ooh, this even has a model number in it. I'm gonna look up that model number later. Okay. Now let's take some waist measurements. Appreciate the questions too. I know social media isn't everybody's cup of tea learning it, but I love answering social media questions because I feel like if I had somebody when I first started that had knowledge like I do now about social media and I could ask them questions at any time, I would have. But I didn't know many people back then. I just kind of threw things at the wall and just let them stick. And if they stuck, cool. If they didn't stick, then stuck. If they didn't stick, then I just tried something else. And now I got a pretty good grasp on how socials work and what needs to be done to grow them. So if you have any questions like that, of course, feel free to come in and ask. Again, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody likes to hear about social media. You're not a real reseller if you're on social media. The only reason you're successful is because you have social media. I hear that all the time. I gotta do an inseam measurement, but I want to take my full front. Inseam is 30 inches on these. Keep swiping out. And then cuff measurement. Just gonna slide these up so I can take this one. And I just need the full back and I'm done. I'm gonna try to get these listed ASAP too, because I guarantee, I'm pretty sure that these are like $40 to $50 pants that I just have sitting around here that I should get listed. Cool. All right, that's number 4. We'll do one more here in a second. Oh, great. Oh, great. Look who it is. He said cheeks. Steam them, dude. I know. They just literally came out of the dryer and they look like crap. But isn't it past your bedtime? It's like 11, 12 at night. You wake up at like 6 a.m. Like, go to bed, dude. Where you been? Please tell me you didn't hide in here. Get out of here. To that point, does social media bring in a meaningful amount of income, or do you find it more enjoyable to teach others? Both. I'll say when you first start out, don't do it for the income because you probably won't make income. I didn't make a decent amount of income until probably 2 to 3 years, 2 to 2.5 years after I started posting on socials. When I was on TikTok for a full year before I really started moving to other platforms. And I did lives every single night. I made zero off those lives. People would send me gifts, so they'd send me like galaxies and things like that. But we had like a group of people that would always go live on TikTok. So what I would do is if you sent me a galaxy, I would take and cash out that galaxy as TikTok coins or whatever they call them. And I would take those and then give those to other creators. So I would never, I think I only took out like $15 once because I had like a really good live where people were just sending me a bunch of donations and I took out like 15 bucks. But other than that, I just gave it all back. I was part of the creator fund, but the creator fund, I didn't have content that would go super viral. So I might have made like $20 to $30 a month off the creator fund. Now that I've been posting on socials since 2018, so not 2018, sorry, been 2021. So what is this, 4 years now I've been posting on socials. Now I'm making a pretty good income and it's not from posting, it's usually from affiliates and things like that. So that's what I would say is grow your socials. Any products that you use, reach out to those companies and ask if they have affiliates, and then just promote those products. The best way to promote products is in a live setting. Like if somebody asked me a question about Nifty right now, I could flip the screen, I can show them how Nifty works, answer their question, go, hey, if you're interested in signing up, you get $15% off your first month, and you get a 7-day free trial if you use my link. It also gives me a little bit kickback too. And then Nifty's kickback is pretty public. You can go over to Nifty and get it right now if you wanted to. You make 20% per month on that sign up. So however many signups I get, I make 20% per month based off their subscription. So if they have the $90 subscription, I make $18 per month for as long as they're signed up for. And then you just stack those affiliates. Amazon affiliates, Nifty, any other subscriptions. Like I have Vendu in my bio too. So if somebody wants to cross list or whatnot, Vendu is your only option to do that right now. So you have to sign up for Vendu. I have one of those linked. If you do TikTok shop videos, you can make money off TikTok shop videos. I don't really do those, but there are some people that make tons of money off those too. So there's a lot of ways. But for the most part, you're not going to make too much money off of your videos specifically. I wonder if it'll show me this. I'll show you guys. It doesn't bother me. I'm an open book, so most people won't show their dashboard like this. But I will, because I don't care. Does this show earn? I wonder how it shows on here. I'm trying to go to my YouTube dashboard and show my current. I don't know how to find it on the computer. I know how to find it on my phone. Give me a second. Is it under earn? Watch page ads? No. Memberships. How do I find this on the computer? How come it's so easy to find on your phone, but you can't find it on the computer? Whatever, I'll show it on my phone. It's probably way easier. Go to page analytics. Is that what I want to do? Revenue. It's got to be this. Here we go. Here's my revenue for the month of on YouTube. I just started really posting heavy, so you can see the difference. Like here, it was pretty stagnant. I wasn't posting any videos. You see the shorts and everything that I'm posting here. And then I recently started posting pretty heavy over on YouTube. So like I had a $65 day. YouTube content is definitely the one that you're going to make the most off of. You can see I'm $169 above where I usually make. So on average, I make about 500 bucks a month on YouTube, which is great. But if you look at my views compared to other resellers, there's other people that make way more money than that. They make 5,000, 10,000 bucks a month on YouTube because they have videos in the background that are still getting revenue. The good thing about YouTube revenue is once you build it and you get a lot of good videos up and rolling, you can take a month off and this number pretty much doesn't change. You always make 500 bucks. But right now I'm trying to get that number up to 1,000. I want to see how long it takes me to get that number up to 1,000. But that's my YouTube revenue. It's not like I'm making a killing. I have more $500 sales days in 1 month than I do making $500 on YouTube. So I make way more money doing that. But when it comes to affiliates, that's where you're going to make most of your money. Oh God, don't get them out of here. Get them out of here. Show your eBay dashboard? Of course, I'll show my eBay dashboard. eBay is slacking right now. I'll tell you that right now. Look how much I'm down right now. Summer slowdown is full effect. 26% down from the month. But that's my eBay dashboard. Last 90 days, 25K. Christmas time, this number was at 36. So it's like a $11,000 swing, 11,000 90-day swing. So when I tell you guys that I'm right there with you with summer slowdown, that's exactly what I'm dealing with. 25K in 90 days is way low for me. 26% down is crazy low. Like today, I've had 3 orders. I packed up one earlier, But as you can see, I've only had a $160 day. It's so slow right now. But yeah, that's my eBay dashboard. Always feel free to always ask me those questions. I'll show my dashboard. I got nothing to hide. You could also go see at any time. My store is always linked in my bio. My Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, I believe. I don't know if my Depop's linked in my bio, but all 3 of those platforms are always linked. You can always go see what I'm selling. I don't care. Appreciate you, Robert. That's a crazy number. That's a crazy low number. That is low. I'm telling you guys, come Christmas time, I'll do this again December 14th and ask me that number again. I guarantee that number is like probably close to $15,000 more than what it currently is. Plus I'll have Whatnot rolling too during that period of time. So not only will my sales increase on eBay, but my sales will also increase on Whatnot. And that's why I say list heavy right now, because even though sales are slow right now, if you list heavy when it comes to December and your focus is kind of everywhere because you got everything rolling all at once, you can move your focus to another platform because you've already done all that work during the summertime. So, and then also helps, keep sales rolling and everything like that. So plus smaller ASP brings it down. Yeah. A lot of the stuff I'm selling right now is, $25 to $30 items instead of selling, $40, $50, $60 items. But those items are what's keeping me afloat right now. So that's why I'm continuing to list them and I'm not giving up on the smaller items. Appreciate all the questions. So you keep the questions coming. I'm gonna start taking photos of the next item, and then as soon as I come back to the computer, I'll answer the questions that we have. Again, most of the items we're taking photos of tonight are all gonna be Polo Ralph Lauren pants. I got a huge bulk order of these and a bunch of shirts, a bunch of really good button-down shirts that came in just today. Also, I got 10 huge boxes of consignment that came in. So our next few Whatnot shows are going to be pretty interesting. I have so much consignment right now. I'm swimming in it. So make sure you bookmark upcoming shows because I'm going to be moving stuff fast pace. The consigners already know. I already talked to them and like, hey, if you send all this stuff, it's going to be in and out the door because I don't have room to store it, and they kind of understand it. So you guys are going to get steals and deals, and we're going to move a lot of this inventory really, really fast. Man, these came out super wrinkly. Why? So weird. Usually they're all nice when they come out of the dryer, but today they got more wrinkled than they were when they got put in. They were like nice and crisp when I put them in. I should have probably not washed them. Although it's probably good because these come from, like I said, they come from like a rag house. All right. These are going to sell quick. These are $24.99 plus ship is what I'm going to list these for. Nice, easy bread and butter item. I'm also swimming in Polo Ralph Lauren right now. I probably have, I want to say 300-ish pieces of Polo Ralph Lauren in my garage right now. All from Wholesale that I'm kind of have been sitting on. As soon as I get back from vacation, I'm going to rack all that up. I might move a little bit of it on Whatnot, but for the most part, I'm going to put most of it on eBay and sell it there. All right, let me take this full front first. Okay. I know these are a little wrinkly, but remember your full front photos are only so the buyer knows exactly what they're buying. I don't really mind how they look. The only photo I really care about is the cover photo. The cover photo looks good, I'm happy. All right, those are good. Slide those down. Take the back. Let me get that back pocket buttoned up. There we go. It's funny is I'm going to put this in a bag and it's going to be all unwrinkled in like a day. If I let these sit out, they would become unwrinkled if I just let them sit out in a pile, but I just wanted to get some of these listed tonight before we go on vacay. All right, that one's done. And now we're gonna chill and put some of these in Nifty. I just sold 2 more bundles of socks during your live. The reigning sick queen is still going is still going. Smart wool for the win. Smart wool socks sell. They sell very, very well. I actually saw some of those retail and I didn't pick them up. I probably should have. 8:20 p.m. here. Yeah, it's 11:23 here, but I'm usually up to like 2 a.m., so it's not too late for me. How do you decide on what items to run on eBay, eBay, Nifty versus whatnot? So everything that we list on eBay can go on whatnot. We've built our audience that they see what we sell on eBay, and we run those same items on whatnot, so they know what they sell for on eBay. Helps those items sell for more. I know there's a lot of people out there that put, I wouldn't say, well, I'll say it's junk. They put junk on whatnot because it's mistake buys that they just want to get rid of. But we'll put some of our best items. I put Purple Label Ralph Lauren on whatnot. Last week we put a Johnny Was piece on whatnot. And I think that if you start doing that and you start building your audience for liking those brands, then no matter what you source for eBay, you can just move it on whatnot too. So that's the benefit. Like if I needed to clear out 200 pieces of inventory tonight, I could have fired up a whatnot show tonight and moved 200 pieces easy peasy. So I'll say if you want to grow a whatnot audience, grow it the right way and grow it by running the best brands that you possibly can run. And don't run junk. Because if you build an audience of people that love junk, and if you ever wanted to sell higher dollar items to try to build your ASP and your dollar per hour on whatnot, but you built an audience off of selling junk, then they're not going to buy your best stuff, or they're going to expect to buy it at junk prices. So yeah, we started out right away selling some of our best brands on whatnot, and I highly suggest doing that. But everything that goes on eBay can go on whatnot and vice versa. Do you do all photos with your phone? Yes, all my photos go on my phone. Every single one of them, I take them on my phone, and then I upload them to Nifty. So let me unplug this setup really quick so I can move this over to the side, and then we can sit down and I'll load all these into Nifty really quick for you guys and show you how that works for those of you who haven't seen it yet, because this is the process that we do. Usually Kayla takes about 20 photos and loads all 20 into Nifty. At night I like to do like batches of 5. I just find it easier to do batches of 5. But we're gonna go over to Nifty. Actually don't have it open on my phone right now. Nifty.ai. And I'm going to log in. Let me make sure this is set up. Okay, this is all set up over here so I can show you guys how it works once I get it all set up. So I'm going to go over to my inventory dashboard, which is exactly how it looks over on Nifty's page. You guys will see that in just a second. This page looks exactly like this page looks. I'm on the drafts here, but the page I'm on right now on my phone is this page right here. Looks identical, just a little bit smaller on your phone. And then what I'm going to do is, technically what I'm doing is clicking bulk generate, but I'm doing it on my phone, and you'll see that in just a second. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to hit that little purple bulk generate button, and it's going to open up this page right here. And then from here, I add my photos of the items that I just took. So this is why I take all my photos on my phone. And I'm going to click the 5 most important photos that show the most detail about my item. So I clicked those 5 right there, and then I'm going to hit add, and those are being added into Nifty. I'm going to select what gender this is. So this is a pair of men's Polo Ralph Lauren. So I'm just going to hit men's, and then I hit add another item at the bottom, and then I do number 2. I do it the same way I just did number 1. I'm going to skip over this one for now because that one has a flaw in it. I got to see if that's worth fixing. But I'm going to add my photos in for my second item, and then I'm going to hit add. You can also do this on your phone or on your computer too. If you have like iCloud set up, then you can just use iCloud and do this. It's actually a lot faster to do this on the computer than it is on the phone. But if you're on the go and, you know, like tomorrow if I'm driving or Kayla's driving, not I'm driving. If Kayla's driving and I wanted to add some photos into Nifty, it's super easy to do while you're on the go. That's item number 3 I'm adding in. Let's do number 4. And once you get this down, it's like a super fast process. You're basically just dragging and dropping everything in. Boom, 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 boom. Adding in the next one. Did I hit the add button? I don't know if I hit the add button. Oh, there it goes right there. Add button. And then I'm going to add my last one in, which is the last one we just took photos of. It's Polo Ralph Lauren pants. Boom, 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 boom. All right. and those are going to be added in. I'm just going to select men's, and then as soon as this little button turns purple, that means you're ready to generate the listings. Where your lights from, they're linked to my Amazon storefront, which is in my bio. So I am going to hit the generate button, and then as soon as I hit generate, I'm going to switch over to this screen, and then I'm going to go to my drafts, and as you can see, right, refresh page, refresh. My computer's going slow. Come on, computer. You're not gonna be able to see it get done. Okay, there we go. So this one's still generating, this one's still generating. The Ariat's got generated, this got generated, this got generated. So you got 2 more right here left to generate. As you can see, that is a super fast process. It took faster to generate those than it did for my page to load on my computer. And now all of those are loaded with titles. Now you go in and you edit the titles or edit the description, make sure everything's correct. Always with AI, you want to make sure everything's correct, because not all the time does it get it 100% right. So let's go into these Polo Ralph Lauren chino pants right here. So read the tag photos, read everything. Did I put the actual tag in there? I think I did. Oh, I forgot to put the actual tag photo. Let's see if I got it correct. These are a 32. Oh, I completely forgot to put that in there. So these won't be correct, 100% correct, because I forgot to put the tag photo that shows what these are, what the actual measurement is on these. Let me go into another pair really quick that I actually did put in the tag photo. So like, there we go. This one has the correct tag in there. Oh, actually this one read, see, I didn't take a clear photo too. This is 40, it's supposed to be 42. And because you can't read that it says 42, it put it as the 32. You have to make sure you always take clear tag photos. That's again, why you should always check this over to make sure everything's correct. Because if you don't take clear and concise photos, the AI can't pick up exactly what size it is. It'll never know. So that's another little mistake I did. These should be correct though. So this one, I put the correct tag in there. As you can see, clearly reads 4232. And because of that, it put 4232 in the title. Ariat men's M5 straight leg guardian knee work pants. So that's what this is. It actually read that it's a guardian knee. I guess that means it has knee pads. So Ariat guardian knee. Let's see what these are worth. I thought they would be worth a lot more. Look at this. It actually knew based off the style number that I provided that these are Ariat Guardian knee pants. Let's see what these are worth. And I think I paid 10 for these at the thrift store if I remember correctly. And it looks like these are like I said, I thought these would be 40 to 45. There's only 2 sold, which is wild. That's the same pair I have. So $29.99. I'm probably going to list mine a little bit higher. I feel like those comps are a little bit low for what these are worth. It looks like there's some for 40. I'll probably list mine for 40, but there you go. Ariat Guardian knee pants. Another little, that's like a tiny bolo. That's not a major bolo, it's a tiny bolo. But yeah, generate the title for me. Again, make sure you take clear and concise photos. If you don't, like the first 2 that I took, forgot to put the tag measurement in there, it's not going to read it correctly. But if you do put the tag in there nice and clear, it'll be able to tell exactly what they are. So like these, men's 34, clear, concise photo, sees that it's a men's 34, puts it in for you. And then what I would do from here is I would just put my photos in the order that I like them in. So something like that. And then puts in all of the measurements too. So this is 17-inch waist. As you can see right here, it's like 16 and a half. So technically you should edit that to 16 and a half. It read it as 17. It probably doesn't read, it probably reads whole numbers when it's measuring. And then 9.5. This one measures 8.5. So again, make sure you're checking the AI, making sure it's doing everything correct. But 8.5 for that one. Men's 34 khaki shorts. I mean, I don't really have to change anything about that. There's not many other keywords I can add in there, except for maybe I can add men's at the very end if I wanted to do that. And then these I'm going to list for $22.99 plus ship. My shipping settings already set it in Nifty, 15 ounces. Men's shorts, flat front. Everything else looks good. This is going to go into the men's category. And I am not category, into your store category. This isn't the men's category because I already did that for you. And then you're going to put best offers. I'm going to put no. Everything else looks correct. So those are ready to list. I'll just select that right there. And then I'll go through and do that with 10. Once I get 10 done, I'll list those and they automatically list to all 4 platforms for you. Super fast, super easy. Again, if I would have took better, clear, concise photos, the sizes would have been correct. I go through and edit those sizes really quick, and that's not Nifty's bad. That's my bad for not putting in those photos correctly. Question, new seller here and sold my first item, but buyer said didn't receive the item, but tracking says delivered. What usually do you do in this situation? What I do is I tell the buyer to reach out to the post office and let the post office know that their item is lost, that you have done everything correct in the situation. If they did like reach out to eBay and say like, hey, I want a full refund, eBay would tell them the same thing. You got to reach out to the post office, and eBay would never take funds from you. All platforms will do the same. If the item is delivered, the buyer can say whatever they want that they didn't receive it. But unfortunately, that's a dispute with them in the post office now. It's not a dispute with them in eBay. Yeah, lights are in my link tree in my bio. I'm so lucky. You can get these same lights in my link tree in my bio. Yeah, I got them from Amazon. Linktree, all my products we use are on Linktree. I just sold a painted pony jacket for $125. Nice. Bought it at the bins for about $3. Painted pony jacket. It's like My Little Pony. What is that? Pink Pony Club? What is this? Let's clever walkthrough. I didn't know why surfs. I don't know why surfs does show how-tos. Oh yeah, that guy. Don't follow any of his how-to videos. They're horrible. They're horrible. Hi from Tampa. What's up? Why do you allow best offers? Anything that's listed $25 and lower, I do not do best offers in my store. Anything's 25 or lower, because usually with those items, what I've seen over the years of selling is if you have something listed for $19.99, it brings out the $10 offer people. They want to come in and offer you $10. And if you're already at $19.99, usually you don't have enough wiggle room to offer $10. If you're at 25 or more, so if you're at 30, let's say $35, and somebody comes in and they offered 20, you might have some wiggle room on that item because you probably bought that item for 5. That's 5 to 8 is usually what I buy my items for. And I have wiggle room on that. But if I put something up for $22.99, it's because I want to sell it for $22.99. I don't want to get a lower offer than that. And that lower price usually brings out the lowest offer people to offer on your stuff. So Polo Ralph Lauren shirts, things like that, the only offers they get is from Nifty. Nifty send out a 10% offer if they like the item or they watch it. Nifty will send that 10% off, but that's the least they'll get on that item. I get people that message me all the time for like items I've listed for 25, and they'll message me and say, hey, will you take $12 for this item? Nope, won't take $12. Price is firm. Also on Depop, I get lots of offers. Like Depop is home to this happening. Like I could go through my Depop offers right now and show you. I just message people back usually when they offer me a lowball offer, and I just tell them the price is firm. Like this is a $20 shirt. They offered $15 on it. Nope. $20 is $20. I'm already low on the price. Same thing with this. This is a $25 pair of shorts. They want to pay $15 for them. So it just brings out those low ball offers. This shirt right here is $22.99. They started at $14 and now they're going up by $1, and they're bothering me every day, even though I told them price is firm. So because of that, I just put flat price. I don't deal with offers on lower dollar items. I want to hear your reaction to my comment. Priceless. Yeah, surfs videos. They're always funny to watch. They're a good, if you need a good laugh, just watch any of Surf's Up content or look at his photo posts. If he posts a photo post on Facebook or Instagram, just look at them, because you get a nice good laugh, because it looks like a 5-year-old put together all of it. By the way, chat, the photo posts that I put out today, I've been watching what other creators are doing, and I've been talking a lot with I talked a little bit today with Bearded. That whole post was created by ChatGPT. You guys told me to get ChatGPT, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna try this. And I just put in a prompt to ChatGPT, is like, what's your best advice for listing polos on eBay? And then it wrote that whole thing out for me, and I reread it. I edited a couple things on it, and then I posted that to my socials. So ChatGPT, I'm seeing why a lot of people use it, because that thing just created a whole post for me in literally 5 seconds. That whole 8-point post was all created in like 5 seconds. So saves me a lot of typing. And if it sounds like it's what I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna use it, and then I'll just edit out certain points. But shout out to ChatGPT for creating that nice little prompt for me, nice little post for me. I'll probably play around with it a lot over the next couple days, because I'll be chilling by the pool with a couple drinks in my hand, and I'll probably be creating some social media posts with ChatGPT just to see how it works. I feel like it's cheating almost. Like when I first put it out, I'm like, do I really put this out? I feel like this is cheating because it's so easy to do, and it sounds very professional. It sounds like how I would make a post too. There's some like little differences that I probably wouldn't do, but I'm like, hey, this thing is great. So if you're growing social media, somebody asked earlier about social media, use ChatGPT. Yeah, I haven't tried the image creation yet. I tried. So the image that I got off that post, if you go to my Facebook and my Instagram right now, you'll see it. The actual, or my threads too. You can go to threads and look at it. The actual image post that I used, I actually just robbed from Meta AI image creation. So this photo right here, where is it? This photo right here, I stole from Meta AI. I just told Meta AI, create a photo of a polo on a hanger. And that's what it did. It looks nice, professional. Doesn't have a brand name. You can usually tell an AI image because they don't have any brand names on anything because I don't think they're allowed to. So yeah, this just was created from AI, and then I took that and then I edited it and put tips for listing polos on eBay on the bottom. Put that up on socials with my ChatGPT prompt and created a whole post. And like that took me like 5 minutes, and it's like an essay. If I had ChatGPT when I was in school, holy crap, these kids are getting away with murder right now. Yeah, I just started using ChatGPT myself right now, and it's like cheating. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy what you can create from that. It's pretty fun to use. This is the first time everybody told me like a couple weeks ago you need to start using ChatGPT. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it. And I was playing around with it the other night a little bit, but then today I really started looking into it, and it's fun to use. So, all right, that's it for the live tonight. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Little listing live. I won't be doing these lives for the rest of the week, maybe until Friday. I might do another one on Friday, but for the rest of the week we're going to be on vacation. We got our girl's grandpa is going to be over watching the house for us, so he's going to be hanging out here, and I'll be kind of chilling for my birthday. So if you guys haven't seen the video on YouTube, go check it out. I put out a bolo video today, or if you're watching on Facebook, it's up on Facebook too. It's like a 15-minute bolo video for jeans. You guys love those videos, so go check it out, give it a like. And yeah, we have a Whatnot show this weekend too, so make sure you go bookmark that show. It's going to be a good one, just like the last weekend was. Tons of giveaways, and we're going to be in and around Disney, so I'm going to be looking for a lot of giveaways in Disney to bring for the next Whatnot show. So whatever we find that's cheap and that's good, we'll buy, and we'll just give that away. So make sure you bookmark the Whatnot show, and yeah, that's all I got. Appreciate you guys hanging out, and we'll catch you later this week probably.